Hello everybody, how are you doing? Let me introduce myself to all of you who do not know me and do know me. I'm being funny. I am Glenda with Fralins and Friends Crafts Plus. Tonight we're going to do another part of Noah's story and the ark. Actually, it's a story of mankind because we all descended from Noah after the flood. And I want to go over some things here. I mentioned the other day I wasn't quite sure about the seventh animal, or the seven animals of the clean. I knew there were a reason for them, but the seventh, instead of being just six, the seventh one I was a little unsure. Well, later on that will become clear, but it was not for them to eat on the ark. It's something that's used later. However, God did command them to take enough food for all of them. Noah was 600 years old when this flood started, or when he started building the ark and stuff. And it says here, I lost it already. Okay. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, on the 17th day of the month, on the same day, all the fountains of the great deep burst open, and the floodgates of the sky were opened. And the rain fell upon the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. Okay, one thing about this calendar, it's not the same as our calendar. It was a whole different calendar as far as what month and what day. But Noah and each of his three sons all had one wife. And all the animals were brought in, except for the seven, were brought in 2 by 2. A male and a female of each. I don't know why, but I think that's kind of important. But after the 40 days and 40 nights, okay, the flood came upon the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and water increased and lifted up the ark so it rose above the earth. And the water prevailed and increased greatly upon the earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the water. And the water prevailed more and more upon the earth, so that all the high mountains everywhere under the heavens were covered. The water prevailed 15 cubits higher than the mountains were covered. And the mountains were covered. So nothing could survive that. Nothing on earth could survive that. So the only thing that survived as far as on dry land, or had been on dry land, was Noah, his family, all the animals, anything on the ark. Okay, last time we did, there's all the water, from all the rain and the water coming up from the ground, from like springs and all those places. And Noah let the raven out at that time. Now, I didn't get to how many days they were actually, but it was a lot of days, because it's broken down into several parts. There's the 40 days, 40 nights of the, okay, I guess that needed to pop. But also, I'm not well, maybe I am. I'm not trying to, but I'm just wanting to get things. I want to show on the one I do tonight that the mountains were covered. I realized when the raven goes out, the mountains are still covered because he can't find anywhere to land. So I want to get some kind of grayish blue here. Imagine the tallest mountain and it's still way under the ocean. These are kind of painted in a childlike fashion. They're very simple. And that's just kind of the way I'm doing this one. Because it's kind of the way people relate to the story of Noah's Ark. Okay, this is going to have to dry again because I'll give it another coat. But now we have the mountains under the water. Because they floated on the water 100 and some days before the first dove came back, I think. Imagine, 600 years old, and your whole family on this ark. And you spend nearly a year. I don't know how much that took and how much didn't, but I put just a blue wash. Just thinned the paint way down so it looks like the mountains are underwater. Well, let's get that brown out for that ark. Okay, we're gonna put him right about there. And I'll have to do a blue wash over this once it dries too. You know, we've always told the story of Noah when he sent the first dove out. It came back with an olive branch. When I was just rereading that earlier, the dove came back with an olive leaf. A single olive leaf. We've always considered that as a sign of peace. And I think it's a really good one because it signified growth back on the earth again. I mean, if there's a leaf, there's got to be a tree for it to go to. So something was growing somewhere. Maybe Noah hadn't got to that point where he got the leaf yet to see the olive tree, but well, and when God, his spirit in form, which is weird, but we kind of look at it as the dove, because he sent the dove to when Jesus was baptized. Okay. Okay. What color have I been dressing Noah in? Kind of varies. It kind of varies. Well, I mean, after all that long on the boat, he's bound to change his clothes a few times, huh? He's sending out the dove in this one, and the dove brings back the olive leaf or branch. And I have to finish this one yet, which I will do, but I've run out of time, and I'm hiccuping. So I still need to give him his gray hair, beard, and fix that arc. But then we'll finally be able to land them, and we'll finally be able to land them on Mount Ararat and go from there. That's for tomorrow. Love you all. Behave yourselves. And yes, see, the horse is still there, and our country story, or our things from country living, are still there. And these will be hung up on 1 or 2 lines down from that, because that looks, it's actually like a little clothesline, but it's 4 paintings. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. I love you. Smile and wave. Yes, I got painty fingers. You want them?